day 7 on the 13 Days of Horror for Dubbles. Today's theme is killer doll films, and I picked a film, the most iconic killer doll. For sure, he ended up becoming a slasher icon, which, like I said, you could technically classify this as a slasher, but it's definitely just a killer doll film at its core, and that is Cult of Chucky. So if you've not seen Curse of Chucky, I definitely don't suggest checking out this review. Come back to it after you've seen it. Yeah, it takes place directly after Curse of Chucky, and now Nika, your main character, played by Fiona Dorff, Brad Dourif's real life daughter. She is committed to an insane asylum. So basically, after the madness that occurs in Curse of Chucky, she is pretty much took credit for the murders that take place in that film. So she's in a little therapy group with a number of other patients, all with their own unique personalities and mental deficiencies, I guess you could say. And the crazy psychiatrist who plays a good bad guy, in my opinion, he's a dickbag for sure, introduces a good guy doll as therapy for the group, and especially for Nika. So yeah, and as you can imagine, after that happens, there's also another. Well, after that happens, of course, there's a series of murders that happens. But there's also another good guy doll that is brought into the asylum. But yeah, the another good guy doll is brought into the picture. So that's very interesting. Kind of get this which one's real, which one isn't kind of dynamic going on. And it only gets more complex from there, really, as far as the Chucky situation goes. Jennifer Tilly shows up there at the asylum as well, which I thought was pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, as you can imagine, grisly murders occur. Yeah, I actually had a really fun time with this. It's highly enjoyable, in my opinion. Maybe there is some minor plot issues, but nothing that really took me out of the viewing experience. Um, you have, like I said, the who done it, who's real Chucky aspect only gets more convoluted, and I like that aspect when they do that. And I don't want to give much away about this one, of course. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free as possible, but really like where it goes in this. I wonder where it can go from here. It might have painted itself in some corners, but me and my Facebook homies were talking about some of the possibilities, and I think you could go a lot of ways with this still. I've seen franchises, redeem themselves coming from, really backed into holes. I mean, you could do the reboot way, but the thing I do like about Chucky and the Child's Play franchise is the most consistent franchise story-wise. The story arc all connects to each other. You don't have these just deaths and coming back like you would in a Jason or a Michael franchise or a reboot situation going on. It's all has Don Mancini's writing in all of the films, which I like. It did go a little more comic route, which is fine with me. In that aspect, I did enjoy Curse more. I think it had it has a better, darker atmosphere for me. But to me, it's just like a point higher than this one. It's nothing especially, just a drastic difference from that. Oh, I also like Andy Barclay is back in the series. That's really cool to see. And then definitely check out post credits. That's fucking awesome too. I believe the post credits teaser is only available in the unrated version, and not on Netflix, which is unfortunate because I think it really, adds to the story arc and gives you a good idea of what might be coming up next. minor complaints. Some of the CG is pretty bad in this. There's some bad CG kills and deaths in this, but in the same hand, there's some pretty cool practical deaths. Um, to me, this is probably the goriest Chucky in the franchise, which I thought was really cool. Um, and I really like the snow atmosphere. This insane asylum's uh, takes place in the snow. I really like that. It was kind of a cool, fresh feeling for the Chucky franchise, I thought. Um, yeah, definitely want to just run through all these again. I've recently just did 1 through 3. Probably going to end up going back through the whole franchise again and then watching this one again. But fun time, guys. Good a popcorn Chucky. If you're a fan of the franchise of Chucky, I don't see why you would really have two major complaints to this. And yeah, maybe minor complaints with some of the associated characters, some of the other mental patients, but there's a multi-personality dude that's pretty comical to me. Um, but yeah, this is Cult of Chucky. I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Really fun slasher. Interested to see where they go from here. So, all right, guys. Till tomorrow. Peace out.